Chairman, thank you. Thank you both for being here, Mr. McConnell and Administrator. To follow up on the conversation you were just having with the Senator from West Virginia, Senator Warner and I, the Senator from Virginia and I, are working on reintroducing our Aeronautics Innovation Act designed to boost the attention and resources, and it really is hoping to provide a guide to NASA's Aeronautics Research Mission Directive. And I'm happy to have you, I think maybe you answered the question when Senator Capito asked about what's the impediments, what can be done to make some changes. But we're working to make certain that the congressional support for research in aeronautics is enhanced, not diminished. And we look forward to working with you in that regard. Administrator Bridenstine, I'm mostly here to tell you thank you for your visit to Kansas and to highlight something for you. We'll have additional conversations about the importance of STEM education when we have a budget conversation, appropriations conversation. But I wanted you to know that just a few weeks ago in my office was a student who participated in our STEM event in Wichita, at which you spoke and an astronaut spoke, and we rekindled his boyhood dream of going to Mars. And he now has decided that this is the career that he wants to pursue. And I just point out that those efforts at NASA, your efforts in particular in Wichita, but you and an astronaut have such a capability of changing a person's life. I'm of the view we change the world one person at a time. And I want you to know that we want to make certain that NASA remains that agency that inspires another generation. And highlighting just one student who was affected by what you had to say, I wanted you to be aware of that.
Well, Senator, thank you for saying that. And NASA has a long history and tradition of this. We have employees that visit all kinds of museums and institutions, as we visited, to do just that. And that's ultimately how we create that next generation of scientist, technician, engineer, mathematician, and I'm proud to do that. I would also say that trip to Wichita was transformative for me, understanding and seeing for the first time what a digital twin is of an aircraft. And now, you know, NASA is actually, we have commercial partners that are using digital twins of spacecraft. In other words, we can stress the digital twin in a computer model just as the spacecraft itself has been stressed in space. And the reason we do that is so we can make assessments as to the health of the spacecraft and how long it's going to last and whether or not we should fly it again, those kind of things. And so I will tell you, I enjoyed the trip very much. I learned a lot, and it has applicability that goes beyond aviation and into aero, and I think or into space. I think that is why when we think about NASA, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, first day in NASA is aeronautics. It is directly applicable to what we do in space. I've
tried to explain dual twin to many people here in my legislative role, and I may just start quoting you, Administrator. Thank you. I'm shuffling this morning between defense appropriations and here. The Air Force is in front of our committee today, and the tremendous challenges we face in space and the defense of our country. We need to make certain that we're doing everything in the defense and the civil side of aerospace and space for purposes of the safety of our country. And the common denominator there is attracting a workforce with talent, skill, and intellect, and you play a significant role in that regard. Thank you.
Yes, sir.